Alright, beginning by feeling the breath flow through the nose. Notice the coolness of the inhale and the warmth or almost invisible temperature of the exhale. And I want you to start putting your focus into feeling the flow of your breath rather than deepening it. Put that awareness into feeling your breath as a continuous flow. And feel this flow moving through all four parts of the breath. The exhale, the pause, the inhale, the pause. When and if you feel discomfort, try to lighten any effort that you're bringing to your breath. Just try and step back a little. Do what you need to do to relax and breathe normally, and then try to find that flow again and feel those four parts. The breath is silent, relaxing any kind of holding, unconscious holding in the throat. Feel free to swallow any time in the practice to relax that tendency to contract the throat. And the breath is light, light as a feather. Imagine a feather floating down through the sky. Inhale as it sweeps up one way, exhale as it sweeps the other way. Light as a feather. When you need to, you can take a deeper breath if you gotta sort of clear out any tension that you're feeling, or swallow. And then find that breath flow, light as a feather, through the four parts. One benefit we have as yogis in a lineage is the mantra hum sa. And this can help to focus your mind and allow you to let the breath move more freely. And so silently repeating hum as you inhale and sa as you exhale can give your mind something to focus on, to allow you to let go of manipulating the breath. Without manipulating the breath too much, feel the last half of your exhale. And try to let yourself be comfortable with the pause that occurs after it. We're not trying to stretch this out, we're just trying to let it occur. This can be a challenging moment for people who are used to over-breathing, which so many of us are. And so look at this as your work. It's not automatic. It doesn't happen because you tell it to. Just keep trying to come back to that last half of the exhale and to the pause that naturally occurs after it. And just let the inhale come to you. Notice that you might not need as deep of an inhale as you think you do. If the inhale naturally becomes a little shorter than you're used to, let it. If you'd like, you can add one conscious second to the last half of the exhale and that pause. Just that one extra moment that will gently lengthen that out. But don't let it pull you right back into effort. Now take a moment to scan the body physically, noticing if there are any areas of tension. And scan the mind for a moment, noticing if you're able to be present without too much darting around. And notice if there's any balloons of emotion floating nearby. And finally, also just notice where your breath is going in the body at this point. Does it feel like it's chest, ribs, belly? How would you describe the quality of the breath? And getting up from this position, try to do it skillfully. It might mean bending the knees and turning to one side and then pressing yourself up.
While you're still in that space, just take a moment to write down if there was like a specific cue that Satyam gave that really helped you, or maybe it was something you felt, like a new muscle, a new part of the breath. Just make a couple of notes because you're going to be guiding other people's breath. And so try to clarify that for yourself before we move on.
And all right, so let's take a moment or two here to talk about how that went. So I like where Abaya was going there. What did you all write down as far as cues that helped you, make a little progress? If there was one or two that you could nail down. Yeah, Juliana, go ahead.
So there was many people. You choose something a couple seconds after I stopped it, So I was like, okay, I don't even think about it anymore then. I'm just like, oh, but I felt like